Your body is not broken. Everything your nervous system is actually doing right now, it's very smart, it's very intelligent. You learn these responses to keep you alive. So the goal is not to stop them, it's to slowly, gently teach your body that it's allowed to feel safe now. When you live in an abusive environment, your brain threat detection system, that's called the amygdala, essentially gets stuck on the on position the entire time. It has been scanning for danger for 24/7, and sometimes for months, sometimes for years, and then the cortisol and the adrenaline that you have in your bodies, it's been flooding your nervous system so much that your body now is treating this as the baseline normal. And then you leave, and the threat is actually gone, but your nervous system doesn't actually know that yet. So you cannot just switch it off. It's like a smoke alarm that keeps you alive in a burning house. Now you're outside in the fresh air, but the alarm is still screaming. And so there's 4 stages you might be moving between right now. The first one's gonna be hypervigilance. I must watch everything. And this really feels like scanning every room that you enter, getting scared with like certain sounds like a door closing or someone raising their voice a little bit, wake up at the smallest noise. Then you're gonna be watching people's faces constantly, reading their micro expressions. Your heart is racing for no reason. Sometimes you cannot sit with your back to a door or a window, and you will feel very uncomfortable doing that. And you might even feel like something bad is about to happen when it isn't. So basically your nervous system is in sympathetic activation. This is called fight or flight. It has been trained that calm moments were before something bad happened, so calm now feels actually dangerous. When you were in an abusive environment, you learn how to read your abuser's mood shifts as a survival skill, and that skill is not gonna just disappear overnight. Your body is still doing its job. And you're gonna go into anxiety and panic. Something is wrong and I don't really know what. And this feels like racing thoughts that won't stop. Chest is tight, your heart is pounding, maybe you're feeling like you're going crazy, you have some intrusive thoughts. The body is also grieving the loss of something more predictable. Even if it's a bad thing, it feels safer for your body that's an unknown space. And the shelter is not your home, the shelter is unfamiliar. So your body's gonna react to something that is potentially dangerous when it's not. You might also go through freeze and shutdown. Something like, I cannot feel anything, I can't move, I can't do nothing. So this numbness is sometimes emotional and physical. So you feel like you're watching your life from the outside of your body, you're dissociating. Sometimes you cannot make decisions, even if they're small decisions. Also so exhausted that this deep sleep doesn't really fix it. You might forget things, you might feel foggy and you can't concentrate. You might want to cry, but you can't. And you feel like you should. Or you're crying for no reason, you don't know why. And things that actually feel significant, maybe you feel nothing about them. And what's actually happening in here, it's the most ancient part of your nervous system being activated. It's the dorsal vagus response. And fight and flight are not possible, like a lot of times in abuse. They're not. You could not fight back, you couldn't leave safely. Your body's gonna do the next best thing, which is gonna be shut down to protect you from that feeling. Think about this like your body pulling the emergency brake. Dissociation, it was kind of like mercy for you. It kept you from being fully present in situations that were really, really hard, so now in safety it's still running because the body hasn't learned that it's allowed to come back fully yet. And then we have the window of tolerance. So this is the goal that you want to be at. This is kind of like the space between being too activated and too shut down. It's kind of like in the middle. It's called the window of tolerance. And this is where healing is going to start happening. So right now your window might be very, very narrow, and that's okay. We're gonna work on some practice that are gonna gently open that window one breath at a time. And for the people that are more spiritual or religious, spiritual perspective, what happened to you did not touch the core of who you really are. It's a part of you. Some call it the higher self, some call it the soul, the inner light, the Atman. No one can reach that. No matter what was said to you, no matter what names you were called, or how small you were made to feel, that part was never harmed. But your energy body does carry that experience. The important thing here is that you're not starting over. You are returning to yourself. Everything you feel right now, the fear, the numbness, the grief, the rage, is your life force coming back online. And feeling all these feelings, it doesn't mean that you're falling apart. It just means that you're coming back to yourself and you're safe enough to feel what you couldn't feel then.